Hello and welcome to the Sun Times Online Desimartini. My name is Sandeep, and today we have with us an actor who has been the poster boy of Bollywood for a long time, and of late he has meandered towards making films in the patriotic genre, and an actress who is fairly new to the film industry and has managed to make a mark for herself with the very first film in which she was phenomenal. It's Love Sonia. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about John Abraham and Mrunal Thakur. Hello to the two of you.
Thank you. That was a great introduction.
Thank you so much. The subject of the film itself is very, it's a very serious subject. It's a topical subject that we're talking about in the film. You have met Mr. Sanjeev. How was the entire meeting? What kind of conversations?
Nice. I met Sanjeev Kumar Yadav. He's a very unassuming man, very relaxed, very shy, doesn't speak too much. Like his wife told me there, and actually we've used it in the film. She said, "मेरे husband 5 minutes से ज़्यादा बात नहीं करते." So I think that spoke a lot about him. But the same man, the dichotomy in his life and his character is that he's a guy who actually went out there and has had more than 75, 80, 90 encounters. He's the most awarded police officer in India today with 9 gallantry medals. So meeting him was an honor, meeting him was interesting, but meeting him was also a take on understanding what his personal life brought to the fore.
Absolutely.
Not his professional life. So I didn't meet him to ask him how the encounter was, what happened there. I met him to ask him what happened between him and his wife. What his relationship with his wife was and is today. So, interesting.
How did you break the ice? How did the conversation start?
He's honestly a nice guy, so when I met him...
In one of your interviews, I kind of heard you say that he's a very shy guy as well.
Very shy. That's what I said. He's very shy, very simple. I asked him to show me all his weapons, and he got out like some 30 weapons there. So, it's a fun evening that I had with him and sat and spoke to him. How difficult was it for you? How easy was it for you to kind of, imbibe the characteristics of, Mr. Sanjeev's characteristics? I think
in your
so
demeanor.
I think first of all, reading the script, you have to enjoy the script as an actor, and I enjoyed reading it as an actor. As even a consumer of a film, I said the script reads very well. If it can be translated on screen, it's fantastic. So then. If the painting looks good, all the characters in the painting start looking good. So the painting was really beautiful. The script was really well done by Ritesh Shah. So I think the work that, if I may speak for Mrunal as well, the work that we had to put in was actually listening to our director and belting out lines from the script. But of course, with a lot of emotion, with a lot of intensity, and all credit to Mrunal, because she plays my anchor in this film, and the way she's brought this relationship out on film, it's absolutely fantastic.
Mrunal, you tell me, you started off with a very hard-hitting film. It was perhaps one of my favorite films when I saw it. Your next film was that of, with Hrithik Roshan and Super 30. What exactly did you go through as a person when you were portraying the character of a journalist?
Yes.
A crime journalist.
Okay. Thank you very much for liking my film Love Sonia. There are a lot of journalists who've been, like right now we're doing press junkets, and they ask me, John, that Mrunal, was it a conscious decision for you to do a commercial Bollywood film? And I was like, what is the meaning of a commercial Bollywood film? There are so many films which are so much concept driven, like the concept is the soul, the story, the screenplay is the soul of and the heart of the film. But yet they are successful critically, they're acclaimed, at the same time they're doing good numbers. So I'm not really understanding the concept about what's this commercial cinema like. So keeping all these things aside, I just wanted to make sure that whatever character I choose, I'm able to feel it. Because if I'm not feeling the character, I'm sure there are 1,000 girls who are ready to work on this character and give 100%. I don't want to go back home thinking that, oh my God, I'm just doing it for earning money, or I'm doing it to be seen opposite John Abraham, or to be seen in front opposite Hrithik Roshan. What the biggest thing that the first question I ask myself is, did you feel it? You know, whenever you hear a story, बचपन से जब stories मम्मी पापा बताते हैं, you always have this picture in your head. Okay, दरवाजा खुलेगा, भूत आएगा. Did you picture yourself? Yes. If you did, your mission is accomplished. As an actor, if I could not connect to that character, then I think it's better that I don't do it. To play a girl, to play the wife of a cop. Imagine every policeman goes through lots of pressure. When they leave the house, his wife, mother, children doesn't know whether he's going to come back home safe and sound. There's a lot of
you're from a cop background.
yes. So I think that entire journey, my childhood is, I think now I know why these situations were such, why my uncle, now I understand the value of why my uncle did not attend the Rakhi or be it Diwali, because he was doing his duty, he was there. There's a lot of pressure that his family and even we had to go through. So I could relate to that topic. At the same time, I come from a mass media background, and to play a journalist, John, I thought initially कि मैं नहीं कर पाऊँगी, because being a presenter, being an anchor in front of the camera, presenting the news, switching off your personal life, and in this case, Nandita had to report a news which was about Sanjay ji.
Exactly.
You know, where her husband. So it was even more challenging. I remember. Coming from a cop background, Satcha Batmya, 7 o'clock, the Batmya that comes on Sahyadri Vahini, and 9 o'clock news. Remember Neelam Sharma in straight hair, one of the most good looking news anchor. We used to watch her news, and I think these are the kind of inspirations. I've gone back and I've seen those clips, Faye D'Souza, be it Shobna Yadav. It was a bit challenging for me because Shobna Yadav is, very presentable when she talks, the way she uses her the hands, it's with a lot of ada. So, she's just not a cop's wife, but at the same time, she's got a say. If the answer is no, it has to be no. Why? She's the one who raises questions. Lot of rival channels, I'm sure there is a lot of competition. So sometimes they have to sensationalize the story. I'm sure then when the encounter happened, it was not just the police department. It was not about the boys who were also the journalists, they also had a say in it. The political parties had a say in it. So I'm very happy working with Nikhil Advani. I saw his D-Day, and the first scene itself, the way there's a bomb blast and Arjun Rampal gets down from the lift, and the way it was fantastic. Irfan, I was like, I want to be a part of this film. I want to be opposite John Abraham. I think a lot of viewers, a lot of audience, they forget that John is a terrific actor. We just get lost in his muscles, but I think beyond that, we see a great performer. Trust me, I saw the film. I'm not saying because I'm sitting right next to him. This is one of the John's best film I have ever seen.
Thank you.
Also, I would love for you to tell me the fact that you had played a victim of sex trafficking in your first film, and then over here you're playing a crime journalist who's a lady again. I mean, obviously you're a lady, so you're playing a woman who's a crime journalist. For you to kind of get into your character and then getting out of your character, how long does it take, and how do you transform yourself in front of the camera?
Sandeep, in this press junket, I heard John saying that it was also difficult for him because Sanjay ji goes through PTSD, post-traumatic disorder, and it was difficult for him because his immediate film was Pagalpanti, and it was comedy genre. I feel as an actor, because I have example in front of me, I realized that I should not get into the skin of course getting into the skin of the character is important, but mentally no, because the moment you come back home, it's very important for an actor to detach.
Snap out of it, yeah.
Yes, so method acting is something that I absolutely do not follow, because if I get lost, I don't think I'll ever be able to come back. So I kind of, I'm so happy that I get to learn from John, or be it Ritik. There should be a button. On hua, the on, off, the off. I think that's the beauty of being an actor, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
John, you've got to tell me, I don't really have any qualms in stating that, you are very much different from the rest of the actors in the industry, especially because of the fact that you do not really, you don't really have any qualms in speaking out your mind, or talking about any topical subject for that matter. what exactly, this film itself is a very topical subject, as I already mentioned. Yesterday, day before yesterday, there was this huge, uproar in the country about Article 370 being abolished and Jammu and Kashmir being transformed into a union territory. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I have a lot of views on it. I have a lot of strong views on it. But my only, humble, suggestion, is especially to people from our fraternity, is that we must read before we go out and really comment on what our,
Absolutely.
Let me give you an example. I'm a die-hard animal lover, okay, and if I see an animal hurt, I'll do anything to protect it. But that's an issue that I can deal with because I don't need that history or the knowledge base to really understand. I need emotion. When it comes to an issue like Article 370 or 35A or the UAPA bill, you have to do your research on Kashmir. You have to do your research on everything, on terrorism. You have to do your research on what union territories are, over how many states are there today. If I ask you how many states are there and how many union territories are there, how many are there with a legislative assembly or which are not, I'm sure it'll be very difficult for you to answer those questions. So what I tell people is, do your research, learn, and then have a point of view. I have a point of view. I have a point of view that is very, very strong. But let me keep my point of view aside for now without sounding politically correct. And let me tell you that, we always, there's a sweeping generalization that, Muslims are terrorists.
Yeah,
there's a sweeping generalization that all Kashmiri people are bad. My thing is, let's keep everything aside. There are also good people. My heart goes out to the people who really matter, who really care. And I think that's what we need to get into the forefront at this point of time.
Also, it's been 16 years for you in the industry.
Yeah.
In retrospect today, when you look back, what is that one? Do you kind of feel, okay, fine, I could have done better in this particular role?
I think you've answered the question very well. I feel I could have done better. I didn't have a guiding force. I learned from my mistakes, but the advantage I had was that I could learn from those mistakes. Mrunal doesn't have that advantage today. She has to make all the right choices, and bloody hell, she's making all the right choices. So I think I learned from those mistakes. I didn't have anybody to hold my hand to tell me what's right, what's wrong. Very importantly, I didn't have anybody from the industry to really tell me, listen, beta, I'm there, I'm your dad, and I'm going to hold you up if you fail. So it was just about a process that I had gone through. Every day I learned. I did good films, I did very bad films, but I learned. And when I became a producer, that's when I started doing the kind of films I really wanted to do.
Yeah, we really need filmmakers like John because, 2013 Vicky Donor came out and it just changed the way industry, like the concept-driven, there are more concept-driven films and it's just not like commercial Bollywood cinema.
What is that one particular role, or what is the kind of roles that you would actually love to do, given the fact that you have been a part of such hard-hitting films in the past?
What are the kind of films I want to do?
Yes, what are the kind of roles that you perhaps look up to or would perhaps want to have an innate desire to kind of perform?
Sandeep, it's very funny that in India, as far as in the industry also, we get typecast really soon. There's this stereotype, if she's playing a village girl in a first film, she'll only be in village, she'll be casted. There are so many roles that were offered to me which was just the village girl, but I chose not to do those films because then I'll be typecasted, and then though that's my comfort zone, it's very easy for me to cry and make others cry, but it's very difficult for me to laugh and make others laugh. So I think the next film that I really want to do is going to be comedy genre or romantic, because I feel like मुझे थोड़ा romance में मुझे मजा आता है. I feel it, and what is even more interesting is the fact that now things are changing. There are filmmakers who are trying to, one more stereotype thing, that's the preconceived notion. People would send me back home saying that two television actresses है, तेरा कुछ नहीं होगा. So
that's changed now, and I think
that's changed now. We had Nandish in Super 13. He's done an incredible job. I'm happy that there are filmmakers who put in a lot of faith, and it's amazing how things are changing. So yes, I want to be a part of good films. I want to be known for films, you know, like it's an art. Art will be alive for the, you know, thousands of years, even after I'm dead. So I want my work to speak even after I'm dead.
That's lovely. With that, we come to the end of this lovely conversation with John Abraham and Mrunal Thakur. My name is Sandeep with Hindustan Times, Desimartini. Thank you so much.